So, did you enjoy my video from day 1 to day 4 in Vietnam? Let me give you an overview, basically a summary of this trip to Vietnam. The traveling time from Brunei International Airport to Ho Chi Minh is about 1 hour 55 minutes. And bear in mind, they are 1 hour behind us. So don't get messed up with the time over there. During the first day, it's basically free and easy. So we walk around the city, so close by to the to our hotel, which is Queen Anne. I think it's about $45 per night, which is not bad, including breakfast. So, but then again, be mindful as well. It might not be a place for our Muslim friends. You can stay there, but don't go with the breakfast, because the breakfast is very unhalal. Basically not halal. Went for the walk there, and then it's very quiet. Basically it's very quiet. I was a bit surprised. I say it's not as busy that I thought. I was there like about 10 years ago, and it was so busy. Then I realized that it is Lunar New Year, or Chinese New Year, we call it in Brunei. And a lot of the shops are closed. So even the big departmental store are closed. They only have few restaurant open, and of course lots of massage place open, but they charge about 10 to 20% more. Even for this trip, we hire a personal tour, a private tour, and they jack up the price by 10 to 20%, because there's not many people working during the Lunar New Year, so they have to check out the price and find someone who's willing to do the tour with us. So my advice to you, try not to go to Vietnam during Chinese New Year. And something new about Vietnam now is that the last time when I was there, you have to be a Vietnamese. Try to be a Vietnamese to know how to cross the road, because the traffic are crazy over there. There's a lot of motorcycle and cars, so they don't really practice the road traffic light signal. It's just a matter of you trying to be brave to cross the road, or walk along the locals there and go across the road. But on this trip, I was surprised that they have the pedestrian crossing with the light. So basically there's a pedestrian crossing light, so when it's green, it's so much easier to cross the road. But again, bear in mind, be careful. The car or the motorcycle on the right side might stop, but all the vehicle from the left side, you just have to be careful. You still need to look on the left side whether is there any incoming motorcycle or car. Otherwise you'll be like in trouble. Although you will not get hit, because people in Vietnam, they are so used to it, they will maneuver themselves away from you. But of course, always stay safe over there. So on day 2, we went to Mekong Delta. I was a bit surprised, because I actually went there before, like 10 years ago. But on this trip, it's totally different. Apparently there are 9 locations where you can do your tour. With this tour guide, he took us to a different part of Mekong. We basically went up and off and on the boat, like maybe up to 6 times. And the benefit of having a private tour is that we have the boat, the boat from one side to the other island. It's just us. There's no other people in the boat, just 3 of us, me and my parents. So we basically own the boat. So once we landed on one island, we went visit what's happening on that island, and then we hop on to the same boat as well, then get a ride to another island and do our tour. It was fun. Weather was hot, but funny enough, I do find that the weather might be around 32, 33. I don't feel as hot as Brunei weather, and I feel it a bit dry, although the humidity, as I checked from the internet, He says that the humidity is quite similar to Brunei, but I find that I can bear the heat in Vietnam. So I don't know. I don't know. But it was fun. The trip was fun. So that one is day 2. So if you haven't watched day 2 video, do it now. On day 3, we went to one of the local temple, just to show us, around the local temple. And then the most fun part is the wine castle. That one was quite interesting because it has all these European look. Basically it's a castle, and then around it there, it is just so beautiful. They have sunflowers, they have ponds with kois and so on, and a few other things that you can take photo on. And then once we inside the wine castle, before we enter the cellar, the lady there took us near to a fan, and what she says that we need to cool ourselves down first because the weather outside was hot. As soon as we come in, we need to cool ourselves down first before we go down to the cellar, the wine cellar, because the wine cellar is cold. So in a way, they avoid us from getting sick. We believe that in a sudden change of temperature from one room to another room, you might get sick. So that's what they did. So in the wine cellar, as you can see in the video, on day 3 video, I hardly take much video inside there because it's quite dark, and you can hear me communicating with the ladies there, introducing me their wine and so on, the age of the wine and so on. But it was an interesting visit because we did a wine tasting. I'm not a big fan of red, so the red that they gave wasn't my favorite. It was dry, but oh well, it's just me. Some other people like red wine, so I'm not a big fan of red wine. Other than that, we took a few photos. My parents enjoy it, although my parents don't drink. My father are not allowed to drink, but he just tried the red wine. My mom loved the red wine. So yeah, I mean, it was a good trip. They really enjoy it. But on the day 3, we have to check out from our hotel because this trip we're gonna drive basically about 3 to 4 hours to reach the other end, where we will stay in a resort. So that was after our wine cellar trip. So after wine cellar, we went to Mui Ni. As you can see in the video, for day 3, you can see that we were driving along the coast, and then you can see the beaches, and then you can see a lot of people flying kite. When I say kite, it's not the kite that we fly, but they basically, you can see in the video, I can't explain, but they have to hold on to it's just like paragliding, but they're holding on to that, and then they have a skateboard basically. So look into the video and you'll understand better what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, then from there we walk along the beach, and then the tour guide stopped us at one of the small temple. I was told that that was the god of the sea, because in the old days they actually placed the figurine there, and people in Vietnam tends to go there and pray, and they say some of the wishes were granted, and then it's they have lots of respect for it, and eventually they built a small temple for that god of the sea. So after that, we went to the hotel. It's called the Four Seasons. No, not Four Seasons. Four Oceans Hotel. Not hotel. Four Seasons Resort. Oh, God, I need to get my things right. It was a good place. I enjoyed that. Went there, have a quick nap because it's a bit tiring sitting in the car for 3 to 4 hours. Had a quick nap, and then I went to the beach, as you can see in the video as well. Yeah, it was breezy, and it was good. Then after that, around 5-ish, we went out with my parents, and there's a long stretch of shops selling, souvenirs and other things, and then of course restaurants and bars. But as soon as I get out from the hotel to the main road, I feel that I don't belong to, or not belong. I'm not in Vietnam, because everyone I see, left, right, front, back, is all Westerners. Then I believe that I was told that they are mostly Russians. Russians used to stay in Vietnam long time ago. So there's a history behind it. So and then if you can see as well, maybe in a video, lots of the text or any wordings on their billboard, not billboard, signage. Sorry, signage. It'll be in Vietnamese and in Russian, and they hardly use English. So when we went to the restaurant, it was quite difficult because there's no English menu. They only have Vietnamese and Russian, unfortunately. So, and then some of the waiter or waitress don't speak much English. But eventually we managed to order something to eat. But I think I will go back to Mui Ni again because it's such a relaxing place. We only stayed there for one night, and it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed that. On day 4, that's the last day of our tour. We actually we went to 2 places. One of the places is called the Duc Tan School, where Ho Chi Minh went to, and the other one is the Ta Chu Mountain, which you can see from this video. We checked out from the hotel. We had to leave the hotel by 8, so we checked out the hotel and then went straight to the school where Ho Chi Minh used to teach. So that took us about 1 hour plus to get there. So as you can see in the video where Ho Chi Minh teaches, he did a lot of things in that school. I mean, people in Vietnam loves him because he was like fighting for the country and so on. And yeah, I mean, I don't have to explain everything here. Just watch the video on this video, day 4. You'll be able to see my explanation for what he has done to the country and when did he die, and when did actually Vietnam gain their independence. And later after that, we went to the Ta Chu Mountain. This is the most interesting tour for that day. Yeah, we basically, of course, we drive another maybe an hour or so, maybe an hour, I can't remember how long it takes to that place, to Ta Chu Mountain. So from there we have to get to sit in a cable car, which is the interesting part. My father is afraid of height, so of course with him he just pretend that he's so brave, and he enjoyed the ride eventually, and then seems to be braver than when he was younger. So in there are lots of basically it's just a temple or pagoda. What was told by our tour guide, that the steps from where we landed, at the pagoda, not the pagoda, from the foot of the pagoda until the reclining Buddha is about 451 steps, if I'm not mistaken. So we went to the pagoda. Of course, inside the pagoda there's a lot of date tree that you can see in the video. So people come in, go over there to pray as well, and then there's a lot of story behind it with some of the date tree that I learned from our tour guide. And then from there we move on to the reclining Buddha, or other than that we call it the sleeping Buddha. So my father, because he had hip replacement, so he don't feel like going any further, so he just sit down there and enjoy the scenery and the breeze. So me and my mother and I went up and have a look of the reclining Buddha or sleeping Buddha, and I learned something new from the tour guide. So all the explanation is in the video, so have a watch. Yeah. Then from there we went back, and that's the end of day 4. We checked back into the same hotel in Ho Chi Minh, the Queen Anne, for another night. Then on day 5, basically we do our own thing. I didn't show in the video because it's just a random thing. So we actually went to one of the performance called the AO show. You have to pay a ticket, varies from maybe $40 to $80. It's just it's a performance that the local it's basically an acrobatic performance where acrobatic singing and a lot of interesting what do you movements. So it's talking about the Vietnam life from the old days, how how they struggle and so on, how the dating scene during that time and to the modern world until until now. So that's the end of day 5. Then day 6, we fly back to Brunei at what time was that? It was about around 1ish. So yeah, we had a great time in Vietnam. I will go back there again, but maybe to a different part of Vietnam. So Vietnam is quite huge, so you can go to Hanoi. I've been there. Da Nang, I think I might go back to Da Nang. I was there before COVID, but I understand now it's much better. They have more things to visit over there. And before I end this one, I'm gonna share with you who our tour guide is. Basically the tour agent. So the tour agent name is Duke. So this is contact detail. So let me give you a quick brief about this tour agent as well. I've been using him. I think this is the second. Not I think this is the second time I used their services. The first one was for Da Nang. That was about like I said, it was before COVID. Of course, initially doing all this booking online is a bit scary. It's a bit scary when they especially ask to pay full before even before even we visit the country. So first time I take the chance, pay everything, and yeah, it wasn't a scam. So basically when we arrived to the airport, of course they have my name up, and then the driver have my name up, so we just joined the driver and blah 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 and so on. So this second time I used him again, and he did a great job. So I highly recommend you to use him if you do visit to Vietnam, and if you want to have a private tour. This is the second time I use private tour with him, but I think he does arrange for group tour as well, maybe mixed with other people. Yeah, I will give, as of now, I will give him 4 stars. I mean, 4 stars is good. So this is the second time I used him, and then he respond very fast. I think he don't sleep, so I don't know, he doesn't sleep. There was one time I messaged him around 12. It's about 11 their time. He responded very fast. So eventually, our booking and communication, everything was done in 1 day. And then he was very helpful because I used him before and told him that I've been to Vietnam before, blah blah blah. So he gave me an itinerary and then changed it again and then suggest these are the places I should go. So at the end of the day, I accepted, and then of course for this trip I have to pay more because it's a lunar New Year or Chinese New Year, but it is worth it. It is worth it. We enjoyed the trip, but bear in mind the tour guide and the tour agent is different. The person I communicate with is basically, I think he's the boss. I don't know, but the tour guide is different guy. All right, so I communicate with this guy called Duke, and then my tour guide is called Quoc, and I got a driver. Oh, I can't remember his name, and he's very friendly as well. The driver was excellent. He really looked after us very well. So yeah, I would recommend you to contact Duke if you really want to have a private tour and then save your time from thinking too much where to go in Vietnam, so he can recommend you where to go. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm not gonna say too much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like my video, subscribe my video, and I'll see you next time. My next holiday will be it will be end of March. So I'll update you on that. I might have other video before my next trip. So enjoy and see ya. Thank you. Bye.